Let's go and do a little bit of a speed test between them. The iPhone 12 Pro has that Apple A14 Bionic chip inside of it with 6 gigabytes of RAM, where the iPhone 12 has that Apple 11 Bionic chip inside of it with 2 gigabytes of RAM. So let's go and see which one is a faster one between both of these. Okay, now that we're back, let me go and clear all the apps in the background. And they're cleared out, so we can start loading up the App Store. 3, 2, 1. And you can see the 12 Pro is definitely far ahead of the iPhone 8. There's a pretty big noticeable difference. Getting into some gameplay, let's see if there's a difference here, or in terms of the smoothness. And scrolling speed seem about the same. I don't really see a big difference between them, so that's probably the same there. Now, as always, I have a bunch of these third-party apps we can go and get into. Let's do Temple Run 2, 3, 2, 1. And already we're kind of seeing a big difference. I think the 12 Pro is pretty noticeably ahead of the iPhone 8. I feel like we're going to be loaded. Okay, so we're close to being fully loaded on the iPhone 12 Pro, but we were still loading on the iPhone 8 on that front panel. And definitely you can see that was quite a bit of difference getting into the actual gameplay. Let's see if there's a difference. And I don't think there's going to be any stuttering on either one, but I'll definitely say when it comes down to the performance, it's about the same, but the loading speed was definitely far faster on the iPhone 12 Pro. BOFA, 3, 2, 1. And the 12 Pro already loaded, and the iPhone 8 Plus, or iPhone 8 eventually gets into it, not the iPhone 8 standard iPhone. Let's do Dropbox, 3, 2, 1. iPhone 12 Pro faster, iPhone 8 shortly behind, Quizlet, 3, 2, 1. Again, 12 Pro faster, iPhone 8 behind it, Netflix, 3, 2, 1. And I feel like I'm going to continue calling this the 8 Plus this whole entire video. iPhone 12 Pro gets into it, iPhone 8 shortly behind it, Snake vs. Blocks, 3, 2, 1. And the 12 Pro gets into it, iPhone 8 shortly behind it. And for some reason, this app keeps glitching up on the iPhone 12 Pro. I don't really get it. I think it snaps into it, but that's very weird. I don't know why the 12 Pro keeps glitching there. We can do Paper.io. I don't think, I do have it, 3, 2, 1. Now this game opens up this way, which I don't really like games that open up in landscape, but I guess it's okay. And it is technically faster on the iPhone 12 Pro, shortly behind on the iPhone 8. Let's do Stack, 3, 2, 1. And the 12 Pro is faster. iPhone 8 eventually gets into it, but it's very short. Like, there's not that big of a difference between them, but I think the performance will probably be overall better on games. These games, it doesn't really matter. It's a small game. But on bigger type of apps, you're probably going to get a better performance on the iPhone 12 Pro. Let's do Fruit Ninja, 3, 2, 1. Now, both of them may be on different versions of the game, so kind of keep that in mind. It's been very weird. But even to get into this panel, it was faster on the iPhone 12 Pro, and I guess they're on the same type of thing. So even to get into this panel, it was faster on the iPhone 12 Pro. I'll probably just leave it there for future comparisons. Let's do Facebook. Don't have it. Let's do Paper.io 2. 3, 2, 1. And again, the 12 Pro is faster. iPhone 8 a little bit behind it. Not a crazy big difference, but definitely a noticeable one. And I think if you're going from one game to the other constantly, you're probably going to be getting a better performing phone from the iPhone 12 Pro. I mean, it's just kind of a given. We can go and end it off with the Road Racing 3. 3, 2, 1. And I mean, this one is kind of obvious as to which one may be the winner every single time. I think the 12 Pro has consistently been the faster one every single time. I don't know if it's going to change here. Maybe it will. I don't know. And the 12 Pro still is the faster one. The iPhone 8 is probably going to be behind. And I think definitely the iPhone 8 held its own down. I think I was surprised about this is the whole entire performance of this phone. The 12 Pro obviously is the faster one as expected. The iPhone 8, I guess, is never going to get into it, or maybe it will. You're definitely going to see a better performing device and just a faster device overall on the iPhone 12 Pro than on the iPhone 8. You can see how big of a difference that was. There was a lot of time that I had to spend just kind of rambling and just talking to kind of even pass the time there. That was huge. So definitely when it comes down to the performance and speed and app openings and all that, you're definitely going to be getting a faster performing device on the iPhone 12 Pro. And you actually have 3 times the amount of RAM on the iPhone 12 Pro as well. And in terms of RAM management, it's definitely looking like the iPhone 12 Pro is going to be doing better here too. Every single app that I've opened for the most part, I guess, has opened up kind of the same except for Temple Run 2. Actually, the iPhone 8 is doing a pretty good job here too. And like I said, performance is definitely going to be faster on the iPhone 12 Pro. RAM management has actually kind of been about the same except for that Temple Run 2 restarting. The iPhone 8 has actually done a pretty decent job at keeping that app open too. Let's do Snake vs. Blocks. And that's very weird. Why did the iPhone 8 was able to keep that app in the background, but the iPhone 12 Pro actually restarted that one? That absolutely makes no sense to me at all. Let's see this one. The iPhone 8 kind of restarted. So I think the RAM management is very weird on these devices. I don't know if it's a software issue, but I've been experiencing it pretty much in every single way. So I don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully Apple fixes it with the iOS 14, but RAM management, I don't think it's crazy faster. I think the performance is definitely a better, indicator of the, how much faster the phone is rather than the RAM management. So in terms of speed, iPhone 12 Pro is faster. RAM management is a little bit better, but not as good as I was expecting. So that pretty much covers it there. Let's go now.